going to show you guys how to do this really quick technique on how to make a removable quick wig. So as you can see, I'm putting a plastic bag on my head first. This is to protect my hair from the glue, because we are going to be using glue. And then I'm just using a dome cap. This is the kind I always use. And shameless plug, I'm using my lip gloss from my cosmetics line, Jonay Cosmetics. Go check it out at Jonay Cosmetics on Instagram. Alright, now so we're gonna start off by putting our closure on. So I'm using a hot glue gun. So let me tell y'all about this. So I got it on, but I would recommend myself, I would find it easier to put it on like on a wig head and then start the rest of the application. But I mean, this works just as fine. You just kind of got to be careful and like kind of look closely into a mirror, because since you are, you know, doing this on yourself, you can't see that well. But what I do recommend doing on the head is to do it section by section. So I put it on one side, then the back, then the other side. So I'm going to be taking this hair right here, and I'll put all the information about this hair in the description box and also in the video. And you guys, I really like this hair. So I'm just going to be taking some 30-second hair bonding glue, and I'm going to just measure my tracks to my head and then start applying it. It's really a quick method. I mean, it's not much explaining to do. You guys can just see what I'm doing here. But yeah, basically I'm just going to be doing this all around my whole entire head. And yeah, same thing, just taking it, measuring it to where I want to be, and then I'm going to take some glue and put it on there. So with this method, guys, you really have to use your fingers to fill in between the tracks and like space out the hair kind of evenly, if that makes sense. I've done this a couple of times before, so it's like I really, you know, can just kind of tell where it's at just like using my fingers. Also, a tip that I have for you guys is to use a blow dryer. If you want to speed this process up, you can just use like a warm heat setting and use your blow dryer for like probably like 10 seconds, and it makes the glue more tacky. So instead of holding it for like 30 seconds, you can just put it right on and it will stick right to the wig cap. So guys, another thing I do is I blow dry it while the track is drying on the actual head. So I blow dry it before I put it on, and I also blow dry it after. This just ensures that it sticks really well, because since we're not sewing, there's a greater chance that the tracks can come off. But if you do this technique, it will make it really secure, and you can, you know, comb it and everything like that without it snatching the wig off. Also, another thing that I do is I put a little bit extra glue on the ends like that I cut, just so it can be secure. Yeah, and I'm just kind of gathering some of the hair in the closure and getting it out the way so a lot of glue won't get on it, because I'm getting closer to the top. You guys, for this hairstyle, I used about 2.5 bundles, which is what I usually use. Depending on the density of the hair, I like my straight hair when I wear like a straight style. I like it to be a natural density. I don't like it to be too thick. So 3 bundles is usually good enough for me. Either like 2.5, 2.25, or 3 bundles is usually pretty good for me, if it's some good hair. If it's really thin, scraggly hair, then I usually have to use like all 3 bundles and it'll still look thin. But I feel like this came out pretty voluminous. I really like this hair, guys. Right now I'm using a small tooth comb just to comb throughout the hair, because I want to make sure some of the hair sometimes gets stuck in the glue sometimes. So I just want to comb that out, and when the glue gets onto the actual hair, it's really easy to just like comb it out once it dries. So if you end up getting some glue on your actual hair, then just wait a second, let it dry, and then you can just comb it out. So I'm just showing you guys how flat it is. I really like using this method for a really flat install. Sometimes what I do when I make my wigs on a wig head. I never sew my wigs because I just hate sewing. I feel like it takes so long and I'm just really bad at it. So I always use either hot glue or just the 30-second bonding glue. Usually I fold over my tracks when I do it on a wig head just to prevent shedding, but for the purposes of this being really fast, I just, you know, cut my webs. But it's a really flat install. So now I'm taking I believe this is my last track, and I'm just putting it right along the closure, like right next to the closure, so it can be really seamless. Then I'm just taking a blow dryer and blow drying that down just so it can be really secure. And I'm just taking the glue and putting it directly on the cap right next to the closure, and bringing the track around and sticking it down onto the glue. Alright guys, so I'm just taking a comb just to comb through the hair, some of the hairs that got stuck in the glue like I said before, and just making sure, you know, everything is nice and clean, checking for any tracks that may have not stuck down. So I'm just doing that. So basically I'm just seeing, you know, where I want to put the part, how I want to style the wig, and with straight hair I usually do go for a side part, so that's what I'm doing right now. And then I'm just gonna remove the wig since it is removable, take off the plastic cap. So as you can see, nothing got on my braids are still nice and clean, and I'm just cutting out the dome cap from underneath the lace. So I don't even know if you guys can tell, but this is actually a different day, because when I was doing the wig, I actually like had to go out of town. I like forgot that I was finna go catch a flight, which is like really crazy. But when I came back, I just, you know, started back where I left off, which I really finished the whole wig, but I just came back and I'm doing the styling part. The styling part of the video is really not that long, because I do not like to take a long time when it comes to styling. So right here I'm just using my styling mousse. This is the Nairobi like foam wrap lotion, and I'm just using that to kind of like get the hair to like lay down where I wanted to, and have the part and have it really nice and sleek and flat. And this is really why I like this method, because doing it on my head, I usually always get a very flat, well, not usually always, I always get a very flat install. So yeah, I really love this method. And plus it's really good for people who don't like spending like so much time making a wig. So basically this frontal, I like the frontal because I like the color of the lace. It was like a brown tint to the lace, but it did not come pre-plucked. And yeah, I just had a lot of stuff to do that day, so I started to pluck it, but it was taking kind of long, so I just kind of plucked it a little bit. But I'm just gonna kind of like finesse the baby hairs and make it look, you know, as good as I can. I'll probably go in and pluck it later, but right now I'm just using the Got To Be Glue Blasting Freeze Spray, and I'm using that to apply my wig. Usually this is all I use. Sometimes I use the glue plus the spray, but just for something really quick like a 5-minute application, I just do this. And a video should already be up on how I apply my wigs really fast. I have like another video on how I make my wigs look more natural, so if you want to have a full in-depth application video, then go check those out. I will link them in the description box. But yeah, so I'm just doing a little bit of baby hairs. Like I said, if you want to take your time and really customize your frontal so it looks a bit more natural, you can, but this is just like a really quick way, and I feel like it still looks good. So yeah, I'm just gonna swoop them with my rat tail comb using the foam lotion. And I did go in with some actual like edge control to kind of like help them stick down. And right now I'm just taking some powder and throwing it in the part, because like I said, this is supposed to be a quick method, so I didn't like bleach my knots or anything like that. I'm just, you know, kind of doing everything pretty quickly. So yeah, I'm just I just used the Laura Mercier powder in medium deep, and this is how it's looking. So this is the natural texture of the hair. You guys, I really love this hair. Like it really doesn't tangle. I've only worn it a couple days, so I really can't say for real, but so far it's not giving me any trouble. I wore it all day. So I'm just going in with the big flat iron. It took me about 5 minutes to flat iron this hair to get it really sleek and straight. And you guys, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.